LibreQoE middle box on their network. Good evening, and please, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everybody. I hope that connection is working well. And thank you very much for having me. I was hoping that I will join you in person in Vilnius, but it was not possible this time. However, I'm looking forward to meeting all the BalticNOG people sometime in the future. Okay, so let's go. LibreQoS is on the mission to save the internet. You might laugh, but the most important problem that we are having on the internet right now, when we have connectivity available, is latency, and this will be true in the years to come, because more and more applications that we are using on the internet and we will be using on the internet, like AI, VR, and so on, will be latency sensitive, and bandwidth will be not that important, if even important at all. Okay, so LibreQoS was started by Robert Chacon. He was running a small ISP in West Texas, in El Paso at the time, at the beginning of COVID, and suddenly when so many people were forced to stay at home, and they were needed to participate at work, all the video conferencing tools like Zoom, Meet, Jitsi, and so on, and Teams as well, were starting to basically saturate the network, and bandwidth was not helping. Latency was a problem, so Robert decided to build something simple that will solve this issue in his particular network. And when it was working, he put it online, as open source projects like to do on GitHub. Herbert Boberson was running an ISP in central Missouri, and he was suffering with all these latency sensitive issues as well. So he saw this lovely thing on GitHub, and he started to using it at his own ISP. And because he was a really good Rust programmer, he decided to contact Robert and offer him a help. There was another important individual in this case. His name was Dave Taht, and I'm using the past tense, sadly, and I will explain later. Dave was my friend, and he was working on fixing latency, bufferbloat, and jitter online since early 2000s, when he was retired and living in Nicaragua, and he was trying to basically hook everybody on the internet in Nicaragua on OpenWRT routers. OpenWRT was a new thing that started by the end of 2003, and it was publicly released in 2004. And so Dave was experiencing these problems caused by latency on the early video conferencing tools like Skype. So I was the fourth guy that joined the effort by the end of 2022, early beginning of 2023. And we are on the mission, like I said, to save the net. So you maybe heard of the word bufferbloat, and it's a huge problem